There we go. Hello, 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 hello. Hi. Just getting everything fucking sorted out here. Headphones charging. Consumables. Vape. Energy drink. Zins. Chapstick. Phone. Eye drops. Water. The fuck is Mermba? Mermba cat without artist badge. The fuck? What are you defucking? What? What? Hi, Mermble. Are you defurking why I'm live this early? But hi, nice to see you, Mumble.
Stand.
Yeah, I think David Dole.
It's probably just doing that Chatterino bug. Yeah. Weird. Weird. Reopen Chatterino. Your name looks weird without the artist badge. How are you, Mumble? How are you? Where's the dinosaur? And pee-pee walking to dork. Pee-pee walk. Do you got coffee? You getting any food? Are you enjoying any consumables? I finished it, but I did end up sleeping on your floor. For the last... Okay, so... Nah. Honestly, I didn't really finish it, because... Shortly after you went to bed, I... like, kind of nodded off, sitting in the chair. I just kind of, like... head back, fell asleep. And then... when I, like, kind of woke up from that, I, like, set a timer for, like, 2 hours. Kind of passed out in the chair. And then I got up and I was like, I could use, like, another 30 minutes before I drive home. So I laid on the floor. I was listening to the movie. So I'm gonna have to watch it again. I'm gonna have to watch it again to really lock in, to be honest, yeah. Yeah. How Moby? Did you... oh, you had to wake up early, didn't you? Yeah. Did you have Monka Dweems? Alright, let's do this dumb bullshit. Let's do it. No warm-up game. For sure. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it again. Yeah. No, you're right. Anyways, my Vivan script should get sent over soon. And then I'm gonna have to go do Lyft for a while. Not for a while, but for a little bit. Not a while, but just a little bit. And then I'm gonna get my prescription. And today's Tuesday, so I don't have anything else I'm doing. Besides this. Besides be little gay person in Squeen. Little gay cishet person in Squeen. And be a dino. Yeah, I hope you have a good day at work though, Mumble. Random, but I still feel the overwhelming urge to smoke some cigarettes. Not like right this second, but like having a couple drinks the other day made me like, I think it's just like, yeah. I think just like consuming any amount of alcohol makes me kind of want to like smoke cigarettes on a balcony or like outside, or like be able to do like the life emote but with cigarettes. It's a weird pull, but it has nothing to do with the nicotine, and I still do have a Black and Mild somewhere. Oh, it's in my car. It's just completely to do with the Speaking of cigarettes, damn, you had that.
Hi, dermatologist here. I'm not extra, it's you
Oh shit, I can't hear that.
basic. Do you mean your basic? If basic is not putting flowers in my toilet,
The fuck? Did you just stick your hand in a toilet?
if it's not putting my hands in my toilet, I'm fine being basic. This is disgusting. I also don't get the colored toilet paper. I feel like I wouldn't get as clean. Okay, and we're using a vase as a trash. That would be broken. What is that? What? Are we rolling a J while we're on the toilet? Oh, is that tobacco?
It's tobacco.
I'm very confused. Baccarat Rouge sprayed into the toilet? In the name of Francis Kirk de Jean, I rebuke that choice you just made. These are getting
Not so much this, but like maybe the wine and the cigarettes.
weirder.
Not so much any of the rest of this, but definitely the wine and the cigarettes. Yeah, it's a vibe. Ooh, cool tattoos though.
Yes, smudge that area from the evil that you just did. Hi, dermatologist here. I'm not extra, it's you basic. Do you mean your basic? If basic is not putting flowers in my toilet,
Why are we coloring the toilet water?
if it's not putting my hands in my toilet,
Oh,
I'm
it's you
fine
too.
being basic. This is
Shit, is it not gonna give it a fucking name now?
Hi, dermatologist here. I'm not extra, it's you basic. Do you mean your basic?
How to you basic?
Basic is not putting flowers in my
Fuck.
toilet. If it's not putting my hands in my toilet, I'm fine being basic. This is disgusting.
If you menstruate, you don't need to add color. Right.
I feel like I
Right.
wouldn't get as
Right.
clean. Okay, and we're using a vase.
Maybe it's just like RP, I guess. POV. Period. I don't know. I don't know, man. The fuck? Yeah, that's nasty. Why are you sticking your hands in the toilet? Ugh. I have had 2 wheat bagel with peanut butter. 2 bags of L with peanut butter on them. And I had a bag of Fritos. And I drank a Diet Pepsi. And I'm drinking a Celsius right now. And I'm eating mint flavored biscuits. Do you have any consumables, Mumble?
The right heroes could make all the difference. Round 1, go!
Quack.
We'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
30 seconds. Volume.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I have to rip up this sticker
We won't run away.
to see if there's beeswax. There's probably beeswax though. Lanolin. Ladolin. What's Ladolin? I'm gonna get coffee at work where I have a stamp card thingy to try to claim before I leave. Like a stamp thing for consumables. I'm a dead dinosaur.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row. There's still a chance to stop them.
I accidentally kissed my mic. I didn't mean to.
They hit a checkpoint. Now might be
Probably
a
got
good time to
fuzz
stop
on
them.
my lips. Hey guys. 235 health, 220 health. This has been going on for... Heroes, if I ult, you got me? I'm gonna ult. So close.
Another soul to join my legions.
After this battle,
Don't look at me like that.
Chance to stop them. That is
Looking at me like I'm some kind of dinosaur or something.
now might be a good time to stop them.
I can use a hand, maybe a foot. Eh. We're with you. Just don't push the corner. Insane cat. Oh, I'm back with you, I'm back with you, I'm back with you. Son of a fucking bitch, she was one. Squirrel is one. I have ult again. I'm coming. Nope. Oh, wait. Y'all want to fall back a little bit? It's gonna get a little dicey for you there. No, I'm pushing. How did this motherfucker dodge my teeth? Hunt him down. Well done. I've watched that hood get away with it too many fucking times. I swear to God they're getting lucky. This isn't cope.
You stopped them in their tracks.
There's just been some incredibly lucky saves from 1 health on them. I have ult again. If we're all together, I'm gonna hit it as soon as they push from around the corner. Yep. See, like that. That hood right there doing that is crazy. Like, what in the fuck? Well done. Here's the thing. Nice. Oh, yeah, I'm point.
The final 10 seconds.
Yo soy el final.
That was totally my bad.
Way to go! That vehicle isn't going anywhere.
Muted. Why did I just get muted? What the fuck? The fuck was that about? Wait, what? I don't understand. I didn't even say anything.
Better stop that vehicle!
I didn't even say anything.
Double kill!
Nice.
The current score is 0-2-2.
Why the fuck did I get muted for an hour?
Time to switch things up, including which side you're on.
It's kind of annoying.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I don't understand. Oh, you're muted from chat too. I was being nothing but constructive and helpful.
Round 2, go!
Downright positive, if you will.
Before you attack, get ready.
Now I can't talk. They seem chill as well. Who would have fucking reported me?
Idealism refreshes a battered old soul.
Hating ass bitches.
That old.
Astral projection makes me feel old.
Hating ass fucking bitches. No, I don't even know what it was. Maybe it's because I don't even know.
The battle starts.
I abandoned my last game and got banned for 15 minutes from competitive matchmaking.
1.
Don't know what the fuck that would have to do with anything, but
You didn't really think I would let you search them off and without me, did ya?
Midgard has a worthy sorcerer after all. I am the god.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
Hood AFK. Don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck. What are we supposed to do with that information?
Almost there.
And the enemy team telling us one of their players is AFK. Like, yeah. The fuck? The fuck?
Guess who just showed their stupid faces?
The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
My healing factor can't keep up. That is a six.
We got a chance. How quaint.
The fuck did she go? Oh, she's dead.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
I'm really good at this character, and I'm really enjoying it.
Enemy. The vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
GG's.
Final score 3.
Absolutely fucking cracked.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Great poke slop game. I'm a fucking dinosaur, you dumb idiot. Huh? One of our DPS was booty. Absolute booty cheeks. The fuck? Then this motherfucker had 30 first hits. That's crazy. Whatever the fuck they're talking about. Yeah, violation detected. Excuse me? Inappropriate speech. Eat a whole dick. What do you mean? Literally, what? I didn't say anything. Huh? That's so weird. We run it back. Estimated matchmaking time 1 minute and 52 seconds. Excuse me? Excuse me? I don't think I have to answer any calls, because I put in the refill request already for the pharmacy.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not
The
judging.
doctor will text me when they send it, and then the pharmacy will also text me when they get it. Hell yeah. My jaw hurts. Oh shit. Wait, no, that's not cool. That's not cool. The dude who had like 30 fucking final hits on the on my team last time is on the other team now. Bruh. Stop. Stop. Shit. Okay. Wait, this guy, this other guy was there too. Okay, wait. They matched me up with people from the other team that we just whooped.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I don't think that's supposed to happen.
You hunt with instinct. So do I. Then we understand each other perfectly.
Are you the guy my husband said was better than me?
starts in 5, 4, 3,
Nah. He said nah.
1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Bruh. I'm still fucking muted.
Try to keep up.
We got a jet! Capture the mission area! Control seized! Double KO!
Bet you didn't see that coming. Hell yeah. Knew I saw trouble.
You captured more than half of the mission area. Keep going. Cover me. We got a jet.
Yo soy el final. This is real firepower.
Gross. That was pretty gross. That was pretty fucking gross.
They have been seen.
That was pretty fucking gross. The dude who went nutty with Hella last game is 0-2 and not playing Hella. Stuck playing heals? Oh, that's unfortunate.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
We've got some.
She's inside me?
If we want to win, we'll have to stay sharp. You know me, Summers. I'm as sharp as they come. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. Usually I'd insist on calling the shots, Blade. But it's clear you're more suited to take point.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I grew up without a community. Tiger Division has become my home.
going on? What's going on? What's going on? Thank you, Rocket.
Mission area is yours.
I'll patch you up. I'm already.
Still in our blind spot.
Elastic and fantastic!
Half of the mission area. Keep going.
No.
Control.
Wasted all, but that's okay.
Capture progress has crossed the halfway point. Control C. Double KO.
Revenge, but I made an exception for you.
The area's almost yours.
Perfect angle.
This is real! Elastic and fantastic!
Nowhere yet. Going to overtime.
No, fucking wasted all again. Seems like they have it though.
Control lost.
Shit. That's really not good.
They've almost got it.
I've never had that happen before. I swear this like never happens.
Nowhere yet. Going to overtime.
Yo soy el final.
Good shit. That's the craziest TP I've ever seen if it works. And it didn't. Fuck you, Magneto. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Good game. Jesus.
Another epic victory! Big win!
That was a great one. That was a great one. Top fragged as Dino again. Top fragged as Dino. Most damn. How the fuck did I not get MVP? Wait, what? Wait, what? No, 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 no. Wait, what? How? This doesn't make any sense. I did the most damage. I blocked the most damage. I was tied for the most final hits. I had the most kills by a lot. What? What? Why? I'm not that mad at it. Getting top frag as fucking Dino is so fun. This character is a fucking beast. Literally. Is it gonna be my failed ult? Oh, it was getting the rocket from behind, yeah. Ayo? Work, to work, to work, to work, to work. Twerk, 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 twerk. Random ass call from Randolph, New York. I don't know where that is. It's like a spam call, but I don't know where Randolph is. Randolph, New York is like over 50 miles away. Oh, it's near like Jamestown. Bro, the state of New York is so disgustingly flat and dumb. Uh-oh, that person has a dino thingy.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging.
Okay.
before you attack. Get ready.
Such a noble hero, yet death hangs over you like a shroud.
The Spider-Man that said, based on their comp, I'll swap if needed.
It's made me who I am.
W Spider-Man.
Told you, I could return those beloved souls for a price.
The battle
I like you already.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I was thinking the same thing.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Most Spider-Mans is intentionally lose.
The collector must
At least it seems like. I'm like silver good Spidey. Not bro. Fuck it.
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry.
Devil needs help!
Get in there.
And pretend that that was a fluke. We just didn't push as a team. It was a really, really like scattered fucking thing that just happened there. And if people start dying before we get there. Another person drops. And then another person.
Sure, those are bad guys.
We got a jet! Be your best self. We need some help. Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
I can't talk either. I can't tell them to just fucking wait and push as a team instead of going in one at a time. And another person's about to drop now. And then another one. And then another one. Oh.
We got a jet!
What the fuck is happening? I have no heals. What is happening? Just fucking wait. Stop running in there without your fucking team. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Why? 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 It's not that fucking difficult. Just wait. Just wait half a fucking second and then push as a fucking team instead of one person going in and getting shredded one by one. No, it's not about killing the fucking magic. It's about going in as a fucking team. I don't understand. Bro.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Did we not always imagine this, brother? Side by side with the fate of the realms at stake?
Mutant, vampire, horseman. This girl's got it all.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
My realm is the great river, into which all others flow.
See, like, if someone just starts going a different way.
Enemies.
My god. Oh my fucking god. We have somebody over there already. What are you doing? This is throwing. This is just throwing.
Assemble!
We lost. We already lost. At least it's gonna be quick. I'm gonna do what they're doing.
Just embrace the light. I am ready to put on a show. Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
This is just throwing. This is literally just throwing.
Do I throw like a girl? A little help, please.
Judge, jury, executioner!
They've almost got it.
Maybe a portal. Yeah, anything except for you, you dumb fuck. Not running into the entire team alone. There's so many things that you're considering.
Yo soy el final!
At least it's over. Oh my god, that was so dumb.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Get me the fuck out of this game. We're just playing with toddlers, bro. Just running in a hero shooter without your team and dying and then being like, I don't know, maybe we play different characters. It's not uneven, you fucking idiot. One of the people we were playing with literally is a toddler. They have to be. God damn it, that shit got me heated. Ow. Fuck.
You'll need a top-notch team.
Hey, the idiot that threw from our team is on the other team now. What is happening with matchmaking? This game has like hundreds of thousands of players on right now. I'm almost positive.
Round one, go! Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
You think you know the code, child. You wouldn't last a night in Niflheim.
Then I'll be sure to take it off my list of possible tour stops.
You jest, but your powers feel like nothing more than a summer breeze to me.
Okay, if you say so. The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1!
There you are.
You are in the presence of royalty. You would be wise to show some respect.
Oh my gosh. That was partially my fault, but still. I need to get unmuted so I can yell and fucking scream at people.
I found one of our critics.
What are you aiming at? I need to find cover. Judge, jury, execution!
Get that vehicle moving again! Only 60 seconds left. Us against the world.
Stay at the spot.
Get ready. Here come the battles.
Adam Warlock awaits.
Okay.
Down to 30 seconds.
Don't you dare turn that fucking corner.
We got a jet. You're halfway there. Keep going.
Found him.
The final 10 seconds. Almost there. You'll need a nowhere yet. Going to overtime.
What are you aiming at?
Us against the world.
Vehicle reached the checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Making my fucking jaw tighten, bro.
I require some aid.
We got a jet.
Tandy needs help.
Oh.
Take a look behind you.
You can't handle it, you.
Forgot my cannons were still going for a second.
We got a jet! Only 60 seconds left. Halfway there. Keep going.
Face oblivion! Gambit never falls!
Down to 30 seconds.
Rise, my friends!
The final 10 seconds. It's going to overtime.
Judge, jury, executioner! Yo soy el final!
Shit, I cooldown spammed. Fuck. Oof.
Cosmos heals you.
The current score is 1-2-0. Time to switch things up, including which side you're on. The right heroes could make all the difference.
15 minutes of muted still. Nah, you're good, you're good, you're good. Played like dog shit.
Round 2, go!
It's not any one person's fault.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
Check out us with the matching magic capes. We're looking good, bro.
I shouldn't have pulled those so quick.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a jet! Nice deep freeze. Devil. I'm really hard. Clear the way. Better stop that vehicle. We got a jet. Fix it, Granny. All magic. It hurts. I suck.
What are you aiming at?
We hit checkpoint. Now might be a good time to stop them.
That was bad moves. That was bad moves. That was bad moves. That was bad moves. That was my bad. Would this be the third in a row if we lose it?
Malas noches.
How the fuck am I missing these? We're just avoiding Punisher's fucking thing like it's not even there. My jaw.
Judge, jury, executioner!
Why would I need a feast for my crows?
Should have started something.
Feast my crows.
You stop them in their tracks. You stop them in their tracks.
What are you aiming at?
My turn to shine.
Yup, and there we go. GG's.
Final score 1-2-2.
Yeah,
Well,
so
you can't expect to win them all.
such is solo queue. I'll damage the DPS as well. Jesus fucking Christ. She living for Lauderdale and I'm closer to South Beach. I told her to come over, she said okay, don't fall asleep.
Pick your hero. Or villain. I'm not judging. Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
That's different, Parker. We're around the same age, and we were both given unimaginable power. I can guide you down a brighter path.
You think I just walk away? Give up everything I've built?
It seems to me you've already given up more than you realize.
Then you don't get it.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? Let the sparks fly!
What the hell was even that, man?
We got a jet! The mission area is yours!
This calls for una celebración.
Oh, fuck. That's my bad. I got kind of overstimmed there. I'm in a game with the same person for the 3rd round in a fucking row. What is happening? What is going on?
Yo soy el final.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Super spread, super spread.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
It's my way.
How the fuck? How the fuck did that just happen? Why didn't I get to see it? Oh, that was it. I was tripping. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't answer my phone. I said I couldn't get service. My new Nina just told me.
No winner yet. Going to overtime.
This map sucks, but A rock literally just spawned into my ass. Uh-oh.
Nowhere yet.
I'm watching him, I'm watching him, I'm watching him. Nice. Still muted for 1 minute and 41 seconds. What's crazy is that I got muted while this person was in my game 3 games ago. Like, yeah, hilariously, I'm gonna be, when I get unmuted, I'm gonna be able to be like, hey, why the fuck have I been in your game for 3 in a row? The entire time I've been muted, this motherfucker has been in my game and on my team. And on my team.
You have died countless times. I can
Bagging up the work for our fingers hurt.
We found a workaround to keep our people from going extinct.
There is a natural order of things. Immortality is meant for gods.
Immortality. What are you, Haley Stevens?
In 5,
Immortality.
3.
I'm a music ed teacher. Oh, cool.
All you need to do is capture the
Music Kid
missionary.
TTV.
Got it?
If ever a place needed some light.
Sorry for the wait, the confusion, the disturbance. Stress him. Just stress.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
My upper back muscles just twitched. Oh, they're coming for me. Oh, they're coming for me. No! Oh, thank God.
An opportunity for combat.
Behold the god of thunder!
Oh. Fuck is he?
Maximum pulse!
Control lost.
Oof. I had to prime him first before jumping to grab him. I probably would have been able to get a mid pulse, mid maximum Hitachi.
Star-Lord, ready for takeoff.
We got a jet.
soy el final.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Shit. We got this, we got this. Now my comms aren't working. What the fuck? What? The hell is even that? What?
Keep going.
Down and out.
Damn it, never quit!
No winner yet. Going to overtime.
The god of thunder!
Motherfucking what? Don't let me die.
Yo soy el final.
Breathe, Jacob, breathe. I haven't been able to pick up anybody all game. No!
Maximum pulse!
I'm coming. No! No! Bro, come on. We lose, but come on. Good shit. Good fucking shit. Well done. Well done.
Another epic victory. Big win.
Nearly outdamaged both DPS, all three DPS. Feels good, man. Feels good, man. That was really fucking close. Okay, so I'm unmuted, but why couldn't I? Interesting. Packing up the work for our fingers hurt. First game in like 3 games that I haven't had a like a repeat player.
Pick your hero or villain. I'm not judging.
Still not fucking working. Why did it? Why am I still muted? I don't understand. What the fuck is that?
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Oh man!
No, motherfucker, push to talk.
Since I was a little kid, and it's finally happening.
Okay.
Or you know, I could just leave that for Moon Girl and stick to the webs. It's cool. Please don't eat me.
I'm still muted.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
This fight is for our destiny. It is why we were
wait, can y'all hear me? Well, like, yeah, you're Spider-Man. Of course you're flank.
All eyes over here.
Armor's got a lock on a boat.
Understood. This place is worth a good look. Praise in the open. Damage sustained. Need assistance.
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now.
A little help, please.
How am I in a 1v1 fight on our back line?
To capture the mission area.
With a fucking Wolverine.
We got a jet.
Need some help.
Alright, it's just Spidey.
Your team's capture progress has passed the halfway point.
Ow.
Double KO. They've almost got him.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. We have 1 kill. Collectively. Somehow are looking like we're about to capture the fucking point.
To overtime.
Pulse charge. Fire.
I like the cold.
We have a jet. I take everything.
Just go clean my contacts up.
Control lost. No winner yet. Going to overtime.
Okay. Eyeball really hurts.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
3 tank, 3 support. Why? Or we could just push as a team.
Like a golden sun. Khonshu wouldn't like you one bit.
I hate when people do this. When it's just like the most glaringly obvious fundamental flaw in the team. Such as not playing as a team, and they're like, I don't know, man, maybe if we like pick a different character and then all push separately, it'll work.
4,
Like, no, it's not.
2.
Why would it work? Why would that work? That doesn't make any sense.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Alright, this is gonna be my last game. This is fucking burning me out way quicker than I thought. Plus I gotta go do some lift. But I'll probably be back later, but...
Looks like the mission area is yours to capture now. Capture the mission area!
Rise, my friends!
Devil needs help!
I would turn around if I were you.
Second chance is over.
I don't think that's the welcoming committee.
Garrett never falls!
morning, B. Hello.
My daughter's blessing!
Control lost!
I found them.
How are you? Oh, hi, Bruce. Hi, Bruce. Hi, B. Yay, I threw a guy to his death, but I didn't get the kill. And now I'm dead. Ow! Hi. Hello. I've been up since like 7.
No winner yet. Going to overtime.
I'm dead. Oh, thank God I didn't hit my ult.
Armed and
Aww. Bruce.
No winner yet. Going to overtime. Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Insane cat. Are we back in bronze? We have to be back in bronze at this point, right? No, not quite. Basically. Okay, I'll be right back. Something. My YouTube feed, not great. What is this?
I was sucking dick.
Freestyling until I accidentally say something gay.
I was sucking dick.
Stop fucking making a folder in Mumble's folder. I don't even have my own folder for bookmarks.
Yo. I was sucking dick.
Okay, other than that, my feed is cooked.
Sometimes I watch old movies and I wonder, like, before cameras and DNA forensics and everything we have now, wasn't it way easier to get away with crime? Which led me to also wonder, how would you even catch a criminal in, say, the Middle Ages, unless you literally caught him red-handed, which finally led me to a single conclusion. Damn, medieval Europe must have been a fantastic place to be a complete psychopath. I mean, think about it. This is a world where your entire identity is based on oaths and what other people think of you from a reputation perspective. So if you're a psychopath, let's just get a loose definition here, that means you don't really have a conscience the way other people do, you don't feel empathy or guilt, and you don't show the physiological stress responses that the rest of us can't really suppress when we lie. Modern psychology actually has a name for this general profile. Maybe you've heard of the dark triad, which is narcissism, Machiavellianism, the obsessive need to control and manipulate, and then psychopathy, which comes with all the behavioral and biological signatures I just described.
Yeah, it was,
that alarm
for some
system
reason.
that goes off in your brain when you're caught in a lie, like when your stomach drops, that just doesn't fire in a person that has these traits. I'm simplifying things a bit here, but medieval society was essentially held together by two things: mutual trust and a mutual fear of God. If you didn't care about any of that, you could just kind of be a monster. I mean, look at Thomas de Maure. He was a pretty prominent French lord in the early 12th century, and on paper, he was kind of the ideal knight. He was a war hero, veteran of the First Crusade. He actually fought at the Siege of Jerusalem. I mean, I can't really imagine the things this guy saw. So Thomas gets back from Crusade, and he gets in with this whole class of castle-holding nobles who are terrorizing the lands of King Louis VI, also known as Louis the Fat, which is kind of a mean name for somebody who is just trying to impose order. Also, just a side note, for much of the Middle Ages, the figure of the king hadn't developed into this strong, centralized source of power yet, especially in France. So the king was constantly struggling with the noble lords for power, and that was pretty par for the course. Now, out of this terrible crew of nobles who was giving Louis problems, Thomas was by far the worst. During this period, the whole idea of chivalry was kind of being born. The church was pushing movements like the peace of God that basically established that a knight should never attack churches or the people inside them, you know, clergy, women, peasants, anybody who can't defend themselves. And the way the church enforced the peace of God was the threat of excommunication. So if you break the peace and attack innocent people, you get excommunicated. And if you die excommunicated, well, as far as anybody in the Middle Ages was concerned, that was basically a one-way ticket to hell. But wouldn't you be totally immune to that if you just didn't believe in hell or you didn't really care the way everyone else did? That was Thomas. He just ignored all of it. The clergy weren't safe, pilgrims got plundered on the road. He loved terrorizing peasants from the villages of rival lords, sort of a weekend hobby for him to let off some steam. We actually have a first-hand account from a monk named Guibert of Nogent, who was unlucky enough to live near Thomas, and he wrote about him with this insane, genuine horror. There are certain tortures Guibert describes Thomas doing that I can't mention here because of the YouTube content filter, which should give you a pretty good idea of what we're dealing with. What I can tell you is that he liked to hang guys up by their thumbs and by other things, and he would often leave prisoners in his dungeons to starve to death. What's interesting is, like I said, the whole idea of the chivalrous knight is developing at this time, so contemporary writers use Thomas as the poster child for everything a chivalrous knight shouldn't be. A knight was supposed to embody wisdom and charity and loyalty and honor. And Toma was the representation of pride, false swearing, lechery, and treason. Now, you might be sitting there wondering, how does anybody get away with this for decades, even in the Middle Ages? Well, you could just kind of swear an oath that you wouldn't do it anymore, and then even if you did start doing it again quietly, communication was slow and information kind of moved at a trickle, so you could usually get away with it for a while. Also, if you're biologically incapable of feeling fear or guilt, then really an oath is just words. You're basically immune to medieval society's primary law enforcement mechanism. But the big question still remains here, why was medieval society so vulnerable to these personality types? Like, people were smart and perceptive then too. Nobody noticed the big old blind spot here? Well, the problem was that they actually couldn't. Medieval philosophy had this concept called synderesis, which was written about extensively by thinkers like Albertus Magnus, who you might know as Thomas Aquinas' teacher. Synderesis is the absolute belief that God has hardwired a moral compass into every single human soul. It's the divine spark, the natural weight that's constantly pulling every man, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly, towards the good, towards the light of the Lord. Now, we understand from modern psychology that not everybody feels the pull of conscience the same way. Synderesis is basically saying the exact opposite, that everybody does have the same conscience installed by God, so no matter how wicked a man is, deep down he still feels guilt like everyone else. To the medieval mind, a human being without a conscience was a biological and theological impossibility, so it wasn't even conceived of. It's the perfect camouflage, and if you're a Patrick Bateman type maneuvering through high medieval society, you could just fake the entire language of honor. I've mentioned this in other videos, but public displays of emotion, weeping at mass, these big dramatic acts of piety were seen as proof of how serious you were about God. So the psychopath could just perform. You know, you weep on cue, you kiss the relic, the wolf stays hidden in sheep's clothing. You might be imagining this whole scenario playing out in some isolated farming village, you know, the type of place most people lived in the Middle Ages, and it did, and we'll get there. But sometimes two guys, two apex predators at the top of the food chain would be pulling this on each other, and it would become this high-level game of chicken, which I guess is what politics still is today. I mean, just look at the bitter, decades-long rivalry between the handsome ginger King Henry II of England and King Louis VII of France in the 12th century. They got caught up in this constant cycle of brutal border wars that could only be ended by these massive, highly emotional peace summits. And I mean, they're both weeping and swearing holy oaths of eternal brotherhood on sacred relics. They're exchanging the kiss of peace in front of God and the assembled nobility of both kingdoms. And then a few weeks later, they're breaking the oaths without a second thought whenever it becomes politically convenient. Henry's own sons, Richard and John, repeatedly swore fealty to their father and then teamed up with the French, first with Louis and then with his even craftier son, Philip Augustus, to hunt Henry down, which caused him a ton of problems near the end of his life. So it's like for everyone else, the oath is a cosmic contract, but if you're at the top, you're really only upholding it because breaking it might trigger consequences you can't control. That actually might be kind of the worst part of all of it, because it means the system's biggest vulnerability wasn't just for a few hidden monsters. The entire class running the system kind of understood that the sacred stuff was negotiable while everybody else was staking their entire lives on it. And then it's kind of a slippery slope from there, because if you're thinking that way, then a peace treaty is really just a convenient way to get all of your unarmed enemies into one room. But I want to go back to synderesis and the medieval scholars for a second. You're telling me, John, that not even someone as smart as Thomas Aquinas figured out that there were a few people floating around without the same conscience as everyone else? Well, actually, kind of, and of course it was Aquinas who came up with it. He worked through this whole categorization of evil, and he concluded that normal people sin in two understandable ways. They sin out of ignorance, or they sin out of passion. So weakness, rage, temptation, crimes committed in the heat of the moment. Medieval society would of course punish those sins, but it could also comprehend them, and to a certain extent it could forgive them. But then Aquinas actually carved out a third category for a type of person that hadn't even really been conceived of before: the people who sin ex militia, from malice, or as he put it, the people who sin with certain knowledge. This is the cold-hearted, clear-headed killer who's planning it ahead of time and knows exactly what he's doing. He's not blinded by rage. It's not like this moment of temptation or he comes home and he catches his wife in bed with a local jester. This is what we would describe today as pathological behavior. Aquinas said that these types know exactly what the laws of God and man are, and they just run a little cost-benefit analysis and choose to do the atrocity anyway because the payout in land or gold or power outweighs the spiritual penalty that they probably don't believe in anyway. The problem with all of this is that by the time theologians were starting to come to terms with the idea of this type of person existing, these psychopaths were already embedded deep in a system that basically rewarded them. Because in a lot of ways, the feudal system kind of selected in favor of guys like Thomas de Marle. There's this great medievalist, Chris Wickham. If you haven't read his book, Medieval Europe, I highly recommend it. He writes that feudal society was essentially built on the constant threat of violence. Violence that the lords could perpetrate on the peasants with armed men, violence from peasant uprisings, etc., etc. So people who were genuinely afraid of violence had little chance of long or successful lives, and they usually ended up joining the church if they could. But men who weren't afraid to do a little violence were at a huge advantage. I think there's a risk here that we can read someone like Thomas the wrong way. There's this misconception that psychopaths are just totally out of their minds and foaming at the mouth or whatever. It's actually scarier, at least in my opinion, because Thomas was totally level-headed and rational. He's the type of guy Thomas Aquinas is talking about. In 1114, a church council formally condemned him, anathematized him, which means banished him from the church, and stripped him of his knightly belt. But he just didn't show up to this ceremony. Louis the Fat personally led armies against his castles, and even with all of this, it still took decades because Thomas was a landed lord in a system that was designed to protect violent landed lords, and he had multiple castles and a whole crew of highly trained armed men around him. He actually wasn't finished off until 1130 when he was mortally wounded while being captured, but that was after 30 years of basically doing whatever he wanted. Now, I know Thomas has kind of been the main character of this video, but I'm still wondering, what if you had all of these traits but you weren't born into the nobility? You were a peasant like 80% of the population was for most of the Middle Ages. Also, new merch is now live. We have the Chronically Online Crusader t-shirt, as well as the OG Medieval Mindset Charlemagne shirt, the mug, the hat, all available at medievalmindset.com. Use code MINDSET for 10% off all purchases. One more thing, if you love my content, you love medieval history, go sign up for the Patreon. For just a few dollars a month, you get early access to my videos, access to the podcast, the book club, weekly essays on cool medieval history stuff, Q&As with yours truly. It's really an incredible community, so sign up now. Back to the video. I mentioned earlier that information tended to move really slowly, mostly because the roads were bad and a lot of Europe was covered in dense forests. Word of anything could take weeks to travel, which was bad news if you were trying to get a letter delivered to your beloved, but great news if you were a sociopathic peasant who wanted to travel to a new town and steal someone's identity. Because couldn't you just say you were whoever, and if you were smart enough and confident enough, nobody would have any way to prove you right or wrong? Now, I just said sociopath instead of psychopath, so quick distinction, and this is the pop psychology version, roughly speaking. A psychopath is usually born, not made, while a sociopath is usually made, not born, and they're more impulsive. They're kind of running on the pure audacity of the act, but with the same delusions of grandeur and that parasitic instinct, which brings us to the false Baldwin of 1225. Baldwin IX, the Count of Flanders, gets crowned Emperor of Constantinople during the Fourth Crusade, then he mysteriously vanishes into a Bulgarian prison, and nobody ever finds out what happened to him. 20 years later, a random guy dressed in rags comes wandering out of the woods in Flanders, an awfully long way from Bulgaria, claiming to be Baldwin. Through sheer confidence, he basically pulls it off. I mean, towns declared their support for him, nobles kneeled to him, he even sparked a full-blown rebellion against Baldwin's actual daughter, Countess Joan, and he came pretty close to taking control of Flanders with basically nothing but a made-up identity. I kind of wonder how he felt when he realized people were actually going for it. Like, was he thinking, wow, I can't believe this is working? Or was he like, yes, this is exactly what should be happening? I'm not a sociopath, so I'm not sure how that internal monologue goes. Or am I? Anyway, finally, the King of France sits him down and asks him a few simple questions, which you would think he would have done some research on. You know, where were you knighted? Where did you do homage? Obviously, fake Baldwin can't answer these questions and the whole house of cards comes crashing down. All it took was literally one straightforward conversation. He was executed soon after, and later they found out that he was most likely a wandering minstrel named Bertrand of Ray. There's also the famous case of Martin Guerre from 1556, which is technically a little outside the Middle Ages, but to a French peasant, 1556 wasn't much different than 1456 or 1356, so we'll roll with it. There's this guy, Arnaud Duty, and he wanders into an isolated French village claiming to be Martin Guerre, a local fella who abandoned his family and disappeared years before. Just like fake Baldwin, he's so confident that everyone just kind of buys it and accepts him into the community. I mean, who would pretend to be Martin Guerre? He even fools Martin's family, which is definitely the fishy part. Like, wouldn't they recognize that he isn't Martin? Apparently he looked vaguely similar and knew some details about Martin's life, but still. Fake Martin, aka Martin 2.0, aka Morton, takes over Martin's wife and his property and basically his whole life for years, which again, the wife had to be in on it somehow, but we'll leave that for now. Eventually, people get to talking, and fake Martin, aka Morton, is put on trial as an imposter. But for a little while, it seems like he's gonna win the case, until one day, the doors swing open, and the real Martin Guerre comes limping into the courtroom on a wooden leg, back from the wars. You probably think I'm making this whole thing up, but this is exactly why history rules. It's better than anything you or I could come up with. This was unfortunately essentially game over for fake Martin, and just like fake Baldwin, he was executed soon after, which seems harsh, but I don't make the rules. The point is, whether you were a peasant or a noble or a sociopath or a psychopath, medieval society basically had these massive vulnerabilities that were waiting to be exploited. With that said, let's put the finishing touches on this medieval masterpiece. Sometimes I see people online yearning for the medieval world. I've been guilty of this myself. You know, when life was simple, when big tech wasn't spying on you all the time, when you ate what you grew and died if it got too cold out. Honestly, I get it. The past can seem like this beautiful foreign country that you'll never get to visit, and that kind of sucks. But there are massive advantages and disadvantages to living in any time period, and I hate to break it to you, but you were probably born in the right era. This romantic view of the Middle Ages gets tied up with like King Arthur and chivalry and knights and princesses, but look at the reality. Chivalry, for example, existed because the church needed to put a leash on a heavily armed, militarily trained, highly violent upper class. Or I guess in other words, it existed because of the Thomas de Marles of the world, not in spite of them. All of this, of course, begs one final question, which is if these same personality types exist today, which of course they do, what vulnerabilities in our society are they exposing? Let me know in the comments. As always, I'm John, this has been Medieval Mindset, and remember, the past isn't gone. It's simply waiting to be rediscovered. What happened in a medieval village when one of the villagers wasn't like everyone else? I think we assume that person would get exiled or accused of witchcraft, but that actually isn't what happened. Turns out people in the Middle Ages understood neurodivergence even if they didn't necessarily have a specific term for it. The actual term autism was originally coined by the German psychiatrist Eugen Bleuler in 1911, but it wasn't until the early 1940s that it was conceptualized as a distinct neurodevelopmental condition. That's not to say it hasn't always existed though. I think it's important to note here that we can't go back in time and diagnose anybody from the past with anything specifically. You can see why that would be pretty irresponsible, but what we can do is look at individuals who displayed traits we now associate with the autism spectrum and see how people 1,000 years ago understood them. A lot of that understanding happened in a religious context, but this was medieval Europe, so literally everything happened in a religious context. Let's meet Brother Juniper. We have no idea when he was born, but he died in 1258, and he's known for being one of the OG companions of maybe the most famous figure of the whole Middle Ages, Saint Francis of Assisi. Because he was tight with Francis, we actually have a ton of details about his life, most of which were recorded in the early Franciscan text, The Little Flowers of St. Francis. When you start reading about Brother Juniper's personality, it starts to sound kind of familiar. He was known for, let's see here, taking everything extremely literally, having an absolute lack of social awareness, and, I quote, a complete absence of malice or guile. Juniper sounds like the sweetest guy ever, but just like today, if you're different from everybody else, it obviously makes you stick out like a sore thumb. Thankfully, he was friends with one of the holiest men who ever lived, and St. Francis protected him kind of like an older brother. Francis actually famously said about Juniper, "Would to God, my brethren, that I had a whole forest of such junipers." Do you get the play on words there? Like his name is Juniper, but also juniper trees, forest. Pretty clever. Anyway, you've probably heard of the monastic vow of poverty, and not every monastic order takes this vow, but the Franciscans do. This caused some problems for Juniper. That's because he took the vow so literally that he would give away his clothes to anybody that asked him, to the point that he actually had to be ordered by his superior to stop walking around naked. Even then, there was a time where a beggar asked him for help, and Juniper replied, "My superior has forbidden me from giving you my tunic, but if you tear it off my back, I won't stop you." There are tons of stories like this, including one that involves pig's feet and another where Juniper decided one day that he wasn't going to speak for 6 months, and then he didn't. He did not say a word for 6 months. Overall, he was beloved by his brothers, even though he was so different from them, and he is sometimes referred to as the renowned jester of the Lord. Ugh, that doesn't sound so good. That actually sounds kind of insulting. The weird thing is that it wasn't at all. It's kind of this strange example of how definitions change over time. Brother Juniper was what was known in the Middle Ages as a fool for Christ. Let's zero in on this because the whole concept might be one of the earliest examples of autism spectrum traits that we can find in medieval history. Now, in the modern sense, fool has a pretty negative connotation, like I pity the fool, that sort of thing.
No, I don't hate Balboa, but I pity the fool, and I will destroy any man who tries to take what I got.
But foolishness for Christ in the Middle Ages was different. The idea originally stems from the New Testament, where foolishness is this total rejection of worldly cares and this obsessive desire to imitate Christ. In 1 Corinthians 4:10, St. Paul writes, "We are fools for Christ's sake, but you are wise in Christ. We are weak, but you are strong. You are honorable, but we are despised." So the basic idea is, hey, there's this guy in the village who walks around with no shoes and prays to himself constantly. We might typically think of that behavior as foolish, but he's actually a fool for Christ. So this isn't strange behavior, it's holy behavior. Even then, I don't want to paint an overly rosy picture that holy men who exhibited potentially neurodivergent traits were all venerated or something, because that certainly was not always the case. Before exploring these different medieval life paths, want to unlock your own epic ancestral story for just $19? Use my code MIND19. I partnered with MyHeritage, and swabbing my cheek took just 5 seconds. The results absolutely blew me away. All right, I just got my MyHeritage DNA results back. Let's see what I got. John, you are 58.3% Dutch, 19.6% Baltic. Interesting. 11.1% Eastern European. Okay, I actually did not know that. 8.9% Germanic, that makes sense. Their ancient origins feature even revealed my deep medieval roots are heavily Germanic, tracing all the way back to Viking raiders. Checking my DNA matches, I discovered so many new family members globally that I never knew existed. Plus, their traits feature gave me 40 personalized reports about my own lifestyle and cognition, and they explicitly pledged to never sell your genetic data. With code MIND19, you're getting an insane bundle. For just $19, you get the kit, a 30-day free trial, and free shipping. Let's meet Nicholas the Pilgrim, also known as St. Nicholas of Trani, who was born in Greece in the early 11th century. It was apparent to pretty much everyone that Nicholas was different from birth, and at age 8, he suddenly started repeating the Greek phrase Kyrie eleison over and over again, which means Lord have mercy. He was doing this all day, every day, and it wasn't like a thing where he was whispering to himself. It was basically something that he was shouting constantly. Nowadays, we know this is a manifestation of what's called echolalia, or the repetition of words or phrases, and Nicholas was clearly using it as a vocal stim. His daily routine was super rigid too, and he never deviated from it. He would walk around carrying a heavy wooden cross, shouting his prayer. It was this intense kind of all-consuming hyperfixation that became his whole life. One of the most defining characteristics of autism is an intense resistance to having a comforting routine disrupted, even in the face of immense distress or danger. People in Nicholas's life tried everything to get him to stop chanting. His mom beat him, local bishops found him so annoying that they cast him out of the monastery. When he entered the city of Taranto, the local bishop was so pissed off by the noise he was making that he ordered a crowd to rough Nicholas up. There's no happy ending here, unfortunately, and Nicholas died at 19, most likely from a combination of exhaustion and exposure to the elements due to his homelessness. The world can be a very cruel and nasty place, and I guess the only consolation is that just 4 years after his death, the church recognized that his hyperfixation was actually a rejection of worldly logic and a singular devotion to Christ. Nicholas was canonized by Pope Urban II in 1098, and today the gorgeous Cathedral of Trani in Italy stands as a monument to his memory, and he's actually buried beneath it. I don't know, that's nice I guess, but it doesn't really fill me with the warm and fuzzies. It's like people didn't even want to see this guy as human until he died tragically, and then they felt bad and changed their minds. I actually kind of feel like Nicholas and Juniper are two sides of the same coin, except Juniper was lucky enough to get in with a group of fellas who recognized the beauty in his different nature and accepted him for who he was. But I want to meet somebody else totally different, a medieval personality who perhaps exhibited some similar traits but lived a totally different life. Some of you have probably been sitting there fuming, wondering why I haven't mentioned a certain German abbess yet, so let's talk about her. Meet Hildegard von Bingen, maybe one of the most impressive human beings who has ever lived. If someone like Brother Juniper represents the vulnerable, hyper-literal innocent who needed a protective community shield, Hildegard is more like the high-functioning, fiercely independent systematizer, maybe hyper-systematizer. She was an abbess, a writer, a philosopher, a composer, a mystic, a visionary, a medical practitioner. I mean, literally name a thing, I would bet good money that Hildegard did it and was incredible at it. Okay, no, she could not dunk a basketball from the free throw line, but I bet if you gave her a ball in enough time, she would figure out how to do it. Basically, this woman was a neurodivergent powerhouse who bent the entire medieval establishment to her will. Oh, you want an example? How about the fact that she came up with her own language, which was called the lingua ignota, Latin for unknown language. Just the language itself wasn't impressive enough, so she also invented a completely custom 23-letter alphabet. No, it wasn't just random gibberish. My parents will have to confirm, but I'm pretty sure I tried to come up with my own version of Pig Latin as a kid, and it was just total nonsense. Not for Hildegard. This was a structured, secret glossary of over 1,000 words, most of which were related to medical or religious or sometimes even botanical terms. The modern definition of her would be a conlanger or a constructed language creator, which is basically an exhibition of deep hyperfixation on linguistic classification and cryptography. Did I mention that she experienced synesthesia? Yeah, she was famous during her lifetime for these intense visions she had, but unlike other medieval mystics, the visions didn't happen while she was asleep and dreaming or after she had worked herself into a sort of trance state. They actually happened while she was wide awake. It's difficult to understand exactly what she was experiencing, but Hildegard describes the visions as this kind of overwhelming, brilliant blast of sensory input that she called the living light. From what she wrote, it seems like her mind kind of cross-wired these intense sensory experiences with the complex theological and scientific concepts that were bouncing around in her head all day. I mean, this was a woman who literally wrote music where the structural geometry of the universe matched the literal intervals of the chords. This highly visual, but also highly organized way of thinking, like, I don't know, mapping the entire cosmos into interconnected geometric diagrams, is incredibly common among visual thinkers on the spectrum, usually those who exhibit the autistic genius profile. Now, Hildegard was of course a woman living in the Middle Ages, so at first the fellas tried to box her in, the medieval establishment was a little put off by all this, but the trick was to present your cognitive differences as a direct, unmediated transmission from God, basically to put a label on it before other people could accuse you of being crazy or demon-possessed or something. This is exactly what Hildegard did, and so instead of treating her with pity or being afraid of her, the medieval community treated her with this immense awe and even kind of like a political deference. Pope Eugenius III actually read her writings out loud to a synod of bishops and gave her official papal approval for everything she was getting up to. For those not well versed in medieval Catholicism, once you got papal approval, you were untouchable. Hildegard had arrived, baby, and she had more than a few things she wanted to get done. So she founded not one, but 2 independent convents. She went on a massive public preaching tour across Germany. She wrote letters to emperors, most famously to Frederick Barbarossa, and also to popes, and in the letters she would scold them for their bad behavior. So I guess if we take a step back, what we're seeing here is that the medieval approach to neurodivergent traits wasn't really a one-size-fits-all model. It kind of depended on the individual. If you were more of a natural fool, you might
Yeah, this channel is interesting. I've been kind of watching on my phone. So my prescription got sent over. Yeah. And as for when it'll be ready. Check details. And I switched my contact. What? I need to go get more contacts, like new ones. But I cleaned them off and they feel a little bit better. Checking. We're working on it. Is today the 18th? I can pick up after 3 p.m. Wait, no fucking shot. Bro, they fucking sent it over. I literally have told them twice. I have talked to somebody and left 2 different messages today and 1 yesterday. Asking for them specifically to send over the fucking generic. I don't understand. Why? Why? Dude, literally why? This is so fucking annoying. Hold on.
Get treated with lighthearted indulgence, or you might get beat up. If your unique brain structure manifested as a systematic, hyper-productive genius, medieval society wouldn't just accommodate you, you would be elevated to the absolute highest tiers of spiritual and intellectual authority. Maybe you've also heard of Bernard of Clairvaux, more commonly known as Saint Bernard. I'm so deep off in medieval history at this point that I sometimes can't tell if certain people are just household names to me or if everyone knows them, but anyway, Saint Bernard. Basically, through pure force of personality, he rose from leadership of a small French monastery to the Catholic conscience of medieval Europe in the 12th century. He was this larger-than-life figure who, just like Hildegard, became an advisor to popes and kings and one of the most significant religious figures of the entire Middle Ages. He also preached and supported the disastrous Second Crusade, but it says something about how elevated his status was that even a catastrophe like that didn't really put a dent in his public sway. Bernard also displayed behaviors that we would today label as profound sensory detachment and monomaniacal hyperfixation, and also, just like Hildegard, he turned these into his superpowers. There was the so-called Lake Geneva incident, where Bernard spent an entire day riding a horse along the shores of Lake Geneva with a group of companions. I've never been to Lake Geneva, but if you look at pictures, it is massive, it's stunning, and most importantly, it seems pretty impossible to miss. That evening, when his traveling companions started discussing the beauty of the lake that they had spent the whole day riding next to, Bernard looked at them in total confusion and asked, "What lake?" A chronicler also once noted that he lived in a monastic cell for over a year and couldn't remember if the ceiling was vaulted or flat or whether the room even had windows. He basically didn't process physical environments if they didn't align with his internal focus. Bernard also struggled a lot with sensory overload, to the point that he overhauled the whole monastic system as part of his need for sensory minimalism. At the time, the dominant monastic order was Cluny, which was all about massive, ornate churches, filled with stained glass, gold statues, intricate stone carvings, really loud, complex music, the whole kit and caboodle. To Bernard, or anyone with sensory difficulties, it was kind of a complete nightmare. So he championed the Cistercian order, which stripped all of that stuff away.
These motherfucking stupid, dumb fucking idiots, dude.
Made sure the churches were all
There is not a single time I have called.
silence.
Again, literally, left 2 different messages today. I talked to a nurse earlier and left a message yesterday.
The 11th and 12th century are a fascinating
Every single time specifying that I need the fucking generic sent over to the fucking pharmacy so I don't have to pay fucking $410 for 30 pills.
But what about 1,000 years ago? I'm so
Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
we're weirdly progressive in some ways, and if you look through contemporary chronicles, you can find some
Like, I could not have been more fucking clear.
systemic framework.
If they listened to any of my voicemails long enough to know that I was asking for a fucking medication refill, they would have heard me specify multiple times that I needed the generic sent over. I don't get it. I literally don't even understand.
For handling what we would now call neurodivergence. Let's talk about the town of Gil, you know, the 13th century community care haven. It's definitely not the first thing you think of when you hear the
Fucking
word.
annoying as hell, dude.
Maybe it should be. Damn, somebody's.
Oh, what happened? Hi, Zia. What happened to the top of Chatterino? It's gone. There we go. How are you? fucking stupid ass fucking doctor's office makes me want to fucking kill myself, dude. Oh, it's just muted. My eyeballs are hurting again. Maybe I do glasses for a little bit. The fuck? Take my contacts out. Jesus. Beep, beep, beep. Dude, this is gonna require me calling the fucking pharmacy multiple times, if not the doctor's office again if they send it over wrong like they did last time. If they send it over a second time incorrectly like they did last time. Because I remember how this happened. The pharmacy couldn't process the other one without canceling the first one, and like needed to talk to me to cancel it or needed some kind of fucking thing.